Good morning and happy Monday, March 4th to you. All this week I will be playing with Two-Tone Flora. Now this set doesn't have any sentiments with it, so for today I'm going to be playing with Garden Meadow. Each day I'll have a different set to go along with Two-Tone Floral for the sentiment part of it. So let's turn the camera down and start playing. Have fun trying to figure out this beginning aspect of the card. There we go. So this part I wanted to figure out, and well, you know, it was a tough thing. Here, I'm just getting out the cards that I tried. So I'm using Deckled Circles. This is the look that I was going for, but I wanted to add in Starry Sky. So I had Starry Sky on top of Tahitian Tide, and this is the look that I did. I used Deckled Circles. Let me pull it out here. And let's turn it around. So Deckled Circles dies 162286 in the annual catalog. Let's push these down a little bit. And I use circles 5 and 7. My other one is over on my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So I used those two, hoping that I could get this look. But what I wanted was for my Starry Sky to be this one. And it didn't work. But there were so many layers that, see this down here, my Starry Sky got pushed right in. And then on the other side, it partially came out. So I tried, but it didn't work. And it was a little bit tough to go through. It was a little bit too many layers. So then I thought, well, what happens if I put the white on first and then put on my two deckled, here, let's bring this down, my two deckled circles, right? Maybe, hopefully, no. I ended up with a big white circle and a little blue one in my hand. So that didn't work. So I had to play and play and play. But I mean, you always have cards for the next, right? Like, you just don't give them up. So then I have all these circles left over. So what I do is I'm going to need them at some point. I mean, look at this. That right there would be fun. But there's also this white one that I can put inside the blue circle in some card, right? And then I did end up with a Starry Sky circle. So I could even put a Starry Sky in with my Tahitian Tide. And then cut out an even smaller deckled circle. So, you know, there's always possibilities. Don't throw out your pieces. I always put them back in wherever I got them from. So with this case, it's the dies. If it's a stamp set, then I put them in. Let's see if there's anything in Garden Meadow. Nope. And there's nothing in the Two-Tone Floral as yet. But there's lots. Look at all these stamps. It's so fun. And it's a two-step stamp. So these two go together, those two. Nope, sorry. These two, these two, these two. And then we have all sorts of leaves and flowers that go together. And then we have framelets for Two-Tone Floral. Now this is fun. I have used this a few times, and I've used it as a mask, or I've used it as just the base for the card. So we'll be playing with that. I'm thinking maybe tomorrow. I was toying with tomorrow or later in the week, but I think we'll do it tomorrow. So fun. So I got my circles figured out. What I did is I put the white one through first and cut it. And then I just put this on here, measured where I wanted my blue, or my smaller circle. And then I just took a Post-it note. So that's where I wanted it. I held it down, removed the white, and then put this through my Stampin' Cut Emboss machine. So that is circles 5 and 7. So we can put, oh no, come here. It doesn't want to leave now. It had too much fun. Okay, so this I can now put down. I can glue it down. Oh, look at that edging. I just love that edging. Oh, okay, don't put too much near the circle because you don't want it to ooze out. There we go. And pick it up. And there's our two-tone look that I was hoping for. Now we're going to take this and we're going to fold against the score line. We're going to reinforce it. And there's the base for our card. On the inside, we're going to use a regular 4 1/4. I did not cut it beforehand. So let's just grab a piece of white here. Our regular 4 by 5 1/4. And I guess I could make it smaller if I chose. But for this card, I want to cover the whole inside. And before I post it down, glue it down, I'm going to kind of figure out where I want it. Then I'm going to take my Post-it note again, and I'm going to hold it in place. Just fold that around the back, good and secure. Now I have my spot that I can stamp. And if I don't like the way it turns out, I can still turn my white cardstock over because it's not glued down. So I have Tahitian Tide and Starry Sky. So I'm going to use Tahitian Tide as the base for my flower. And what I did is, I think you saw when I had this open, I have these two images. So this one needs to be darker, of whatever color you choose. For me, it's going to be Starry Sky. And then this is the base of the flower. So I'm going to do it in a lighter color, which is going to be my Tahitian Tide. If you switch the colors around, it just doesn't work as well. So let's put Tahitian Tide down first. Looks like I tried playing with Starry Sky and it doesn't work. If you put the dark color down first, yeah, it doesn't work. Okay. So we're going to use the full, I don't know, base, the full flower. And I think the flower is this way up. You know what? I need to have, where is my piercing mat? Just in case, because there isn't any sponge under these photopolymer. So I'm going to bring it up just a little bit so I can put some leaves. Oh, so pretty. And then let's close this up so I can't stick my fingers in it. And then we're going to open Starry Sky, and we're going to do the outline of the flower. So we'll go like this, and we'll line up. Let's see if we can line up with this teardrop. Or you can line it up on the edges, however you can do it. And what a pretty combination, eh? Now I have Garden Green, and I have the leaves from this set, which are right here, right up there. So I'm going to do them in Garden Green. Hold this down, and okay, and where am I going to put them? There. But I put them up there. Isn't that a pretty flower? Oh, I could just stare at those colors all day long. Okay, so let's put our... Now, on the outside, I thought we could do... See, there's lots of things in this garden meadow, but I like the Thinking of You. So that's the one that I pulled out, Thinking of You, and I'm going to do it in Starry Sky. Pull that forward a little bit. So make sure we're on the mat. I suppose it doesn't have to be on the mat, but just so your image comes out nice and clear. A lot of times I can get it to come out clear and it hasn't been on the mat, so it's your choice. You can do it either way. Now we need some more things on here. See, my paper moved? So what I'm going to do for this side is I'm going to pull out some spare paper and we're going to do some more flowers. So I need my light Tahitian Tide and I need, so Tahitian Tide will be this one. And we're going to cut this out with our mini boss. So here we go. Here is, I want 2 flowers. So I'm going to do 2 side by side. And then we're going to do the outline. Open the ink first. I just about put the stamp on a closed ink pad. Nope, not thinking clearly yet. Let's see if I can match up that teardrop again. Maybe. A little bit off, but it's still gorgeous. There's so many color combinations you can do for this. You can just have fun with it. It's like a no-fail stamping technique. So we're going to put these away, sneak them under my garden green. Now I'm going to pick up my mini boss. I brought it over so we can just do it right here. And then I need my top plate. So here we go. And I'm going to measure. See, there's a divot here and it'll match this divot here. I love it when Stampin' Up! Thinks that through, and it makes it so easy for us to use the dies. And put this on. Get it going and through. And I love my mini boss for my small items. There's one. Let's get that lined up again. And put our top plate on. A little bit of yoga, hold it down till it starts. And then take the plate off. Lovely, lovely. There's our second flower. Put my mini boss back on the ground here. And then I don't want to lose that die, so I'm going to keep it close by. Get rid of these 2, because I can always use that piece of white, I'm sure, for something else. So we can actually glue down our inside now. Put this over there. And of course, we're just going to do it flat. I think I need to make sure I've got a second glue on hand. And now, because we lined it up earlier, we should be just fine with that flower in the circle. Yep, so now we can push it all down. These 2 flowers I'm going to pop up. So, I'm looking at this, looking for some big ones, and I do not have, so we're going to use all the edges. You can use every piece. I might as well keep going all the way around, right? Once I've started, might as well keep going. Whoopie, that one didn't work. Okay. And then I'm going to take, put 2 on each flower. And then my card seems to be wanting to go away. I'm not going to take the backs off yet. I'm going to see. What do you think? Okay, so if I turn it a little bit more, then I can put some leaves there. All right, so let's take the backs off. And you can do it with your fingernails or with the Take Your Pick tool. So you just come in on an angle and bring it up, in on an angle, and bring it up. And then they're both on there and can just be popped in the garbage. Now I'm not going to press these down. What about there? Leave enough room for some. Okay, well, maybe I want to put this one down just a little bit. I think I like them all close together, so I like that, so I'm going to push them down. Now I will need a sticky note for my leaves. A sticky note for your leaves? That doesn't make sense. So I want the leaves to come down here, but I don't want it on my blue. So I'm going to use a sticky note right up to the edge of my white cardstock. Okay, this one's almost lost its sticky. And then I'm going to put the leaf there, and now it's not on my blue. And we're going to use the same trick up here across the side and push that down. And then we'll put some leaves. Oh, nope, you moved. Somebody moved. Oh, it's running out of stick. Okay, and then we'll put, and it would have gone on to the blue. And since that's almost out of stick, we're going to put it in the garbage. And then we're going to close our leaves. Now, every card needs bling. So what I pulled out is 22 to 24 in color. So these are going to expire April 30th. So if you want them, now is the time to get them. These are, the in colors change. We get new ones every year, and they last for 2 years. So we have 2023 to 25 as well. So let me just pull out the catalog here, and I will show you the in colors. So 23 to 25 are these 5. 2022 to 24 are these 5. So these ones will disappear. These ones will shift over, and we'll have 5 new colors that will come out in May, which is really fun. And it looks like I touched something wet. That's all right. That's what wet wipes are for. So I'm going to pull out, on the back, I put what the colors for this are. Parakeet Party, Tahitian Tide, Sweet Sorbet, Starry Sky, and Orchid Oasis. And I'm going to use the Starry Sky to pull that through a little bit. So I'm going to use Take Your Pick. I'm going to use 1 big one and 2 small ones. Make kind of like a, stay down. Oh, silly thing. Oh, that's why I left the back on the paper for some reason. Okay, so we'll just put that back down. And then I'm going to push. Let's try again. There we go. We got the backing. And there's our bling. Very pretty. Now on the inside, we need more than just a flower. So I was thinking, again, out of Garden Meadow, every day is a fresh start. Thinking of you, every day is a fresh start. Make sure it's right side up, and I'm going to use Starry Sky. And yeah, I like it over there. See, I could put it up here, but I'm liking it down here, and I'm not using the matte. So let's see how, like I say, sometimes it comes out clear And there you go. So not always do you need your mat. So there is our card with two-tone flora. Thinking of you, every day is a fresh start. Let me turn you down. And down we come. This is a fun card. Thank you so much for joining me. And oh, I had fun figuring out the circle, and the color combination to me is just out of this world. Stampin' Up! Knows how to coordinate all their colors. So all of this week, I will be using two-tone flora, and each day I'll be using a different stamp set for its sentiments. So this week, today, it is Garden Meadow. So come join me tomorrow to see which stamp I'm going to coordinate with two-tone flora. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.